Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Okay guys, I've just caught the Nub Raid's new video where he gets to interview, or I guess ask a bunch of questions to Banana Jam from the Plarium team. He's actually in a kind of like discussion with Boozor and himself and Banana Jam, and he's got like 20 questions that he lays out. I'll link the full video down below. It looks like there's going to be a part 2 coming out on Boozor's channel as well, but that's not out yet as far as I can see. So what I wanted to do really was just to share with you some of the highlights or lowlights, depending on your take of them. So I'm not going to talk about all of the different things that they talk about. I'll link the video down below. Go and check it out in full. It's quite long. It's like an hour. So I thought I'd just bring you some of the highlights from my perspective. So they're asking a whole bunch of stuff around what's coming to the game over the next, like short term, but also a little bit longer term as well. Let's call out a few of them. First one up. We've started to see some, ×2 chance to get minnow scrolls. Some people loving this. Some people, I think, are still just going with gems. But anyway, it's been on for a couple of weeks and it's still on for a while longer. And the answer was, yeah, look, there's a good chance it's going to be coming as a permanent feature. That was like a big tick. Obviously, they're doing tests, I guess, to see how the community react to these things before they then turn them on properly. This was one of the things that they've decided, yes, we can turn it on. It's a good idea. Who knew? Who knew that was going to be a good idea? Anyway, the next one up, which I'm going to call out, there's a bunch more in between, honestly, but the next one, which I was a bit disappointed by, is Doom Tower. They've just said, look, for us, this is done. There won't be new bosses. You know, we move on to new content rather than back to content that's done, and they feel like this is kind of like locked, done. People are happy with the rotations. They've kind of worked out their teams and all that type of stuff. I'm quite sad about this because I actually think Doom Tower is the best piece of content Raid have ever released. I honestly think it's the best thing. And where they tried to release stuff which is as good, like I guess they would, I think they would assume that their release of the Cursed City was basically as good. I just don't think it is. I think the Doom Tower was honestly just great and like really well done. They had a lot of thoughtfulness in terms of how they set it up. The different bosses really did show different mechanics, which was fun. You had the secret rooms where you could go and earn fragments to champions and stuff like that. Like the whole concept of it was really good. And it just seems such a shame that it's become dead content in a number of ways now. So it's dead content in terms of the people that have done it, it's just done. It just gets locked in, and you're not having to like think at all once you've got it done. By the way, if you're a new player, it's still really fun, obviously, because it's fresh content for you. It's dead content in terms of that. I think the gear sets generally now they've just been outscaled by other better gear in the game, and it's going to be a challenge with any game like this where you've got like 50 odd gear sets. Every time you release new stuff, it has to have that wow factor, which means the older stuff is less relevant. Again, some of it's still okay. Like if you're a new player, the Griffin gear is good. There's one set that we all farm when it comes up, and that's going to be lethal, and you try and race to the top as quick as you can so you get some good lethal gear. Outside of lethal gear, I don't really care about farming any gear set in Doom Tower anymore, personally. So that's a shame. But yeah, it's a shame. So that's a no. The next one that I thought was quite interesting, especially for me, again, I'm saying this from my point of view, live arena, I find 9 times out of 10 when I log on to play, it's just down. It's just not active. And that's because of the way I try and fit it into my work schedule and stuff like that. They're saying that they will have it on 24/7 going forward. I don't know exactly when that patch will come, but I guess it's probably quite a near patch by the way they were talking. But yeah, live arena is coming for everybody 24/7. There was also talk about friendly battles for arena. So being able to just either, they haven't given the details of what it's going to look like, but in 2026 at some point, you will be able to face off against your pals or your clan or something like that, clan mates, and just do like a friendly battle, which I think will be refreshing and good for the game. Couple of bad ones, I think, or I don't know if you think it's bad or not. they're not looking to increase their number of rebalances of heroes or champs per month, which I think is bonkers. Like, they literally do 1 or 2 a month, and the game's vast. What's this? 3, 4, 5, 530, 6, 7, about 800, 9. Like, we're not that far off 1,000 champs in the game, and to only be rebalancing 1 legendary and maybe 1 mythical, just crazy. Like, there's so many epics in the game that are just trash at this point. Yeah, anyway, it just feels like, would it hurt to do a couple of epics, a legendary, and a mythical every month? Like, it's so easy to do that. But as it is, anyway, they've said no. They've also said there will not be, or there's no plans to in the near future or for 2026 have void mythicals. And I think they're holding stuff like this back. They have to think about the longevity of their game. You know, the more stuff they release up front, the less they can hold back for like extension of the game's life. You know, mythicals have basically been the extension of the game's life, certainly from a cash point of view. The whales, the krakens, they'll now buy up a bunch of primal shards, which have got a higher price point. You need more of them, all that sort of stuff. So this has been like the way they've extended their profitability as a game. I think it has also, I don't know, it's had the negative side to it is that, you know, the price point is that much higher, the accessibility of them's that much lower, that, you know, it really does gulf the difference between, you know, the low spender or the free to play versus the high spender. But again, that's decisions that they've made that they stand by. But yeah, no void mythicals plan to come in. They are looking to turn on 100% of the time free gear removals. Obviously, we started to see it with the different things. I don't know if I've got one in my inbox right now. Probably not use them too often. But yeah, the ability to just move gear around for free. They've seen some sense. I guess they've been trialing different things. Is it going to wreck their economy? They've seen basically any other game under the sun now that comes out is doing this, and it makes sense for their economy. So it looks like that is going to be something they stand by, which is great. It definitely is needed. For an early player, it's insane, the experience. It's an awful experience around gear. So really pleased they're looking to do that. And then the last thing they talk about, which I'm interested by, is a new faction coming in. So we've had this space, this hidden spot for a while, a long time ago now. And I'm talking like forever ago, probably 3 or 4 years. They actually released the flag of the Sylvan Watchers. And then they also released the flag of like a how'd you say it? Is that Magi, I think, which is basically like a mage style faction. And that was super cool looking. But actually in the interview, Banana Jam says, no, we're going to have a Greek themed inspiration. So I guess if you think like, I'm guessing like Greek gods and warriors and that type of stuff is going to be what they're going to go with. So interested to see that. She does mention that on Boozer's video, she's going to show some of the visuals. So we haven't had any of that yet, but it sounds like the fact that she's talking about it now, and we usually have quite a big patch coming up at the end of summer. It might be that this is like sooner than we think in terms of the final faction coming into the game with all of those champs coming in as well. So pretty juicy one. I'm definitely keen to see what is spoken about on Boozer's video, and I will keep you informed as I know more. But yeah, there you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.